Perspective is important. Sitting at a railroad crossing waiting to go, your perspective on a train might be a bit annoyed. But every time my daughter hears the train go by our house, she's reminded of the fact that that train also goes by her grandmother's house, and her uncle's house, and her brother's house, and it brings her some joy. In the early church, there was a discussion between the Jewish Christians and the Gentile Christians about what rules needed to be followed. There were very different perspectives. When the topic of circumcision and keeping kosher came up among the Jewish Christians, they heard tradition and pride and comfort of familiarity. And when it came up among the Gentile Christians, they heard burden and sacrifice and practice without much substance because it had no traditional meaning for them. The church was on the cusp of what could have been the first great schism. Thankfully, they avoided that, at least for a while. They decided that when it came to practice, principle was much more important. So the different perspectives could live in harmony because they affirmed the same principles. It was a wise and wonderful decision in the first century of Christianity. Would that we could continue to learn those lessons today in our own congregations and in our denominations and in Christianity in the world, that we could see our unity before we see our differences.